Welcome back to the Currency Works Guide to NFTs. I'm Dave, and I'll be your guide to everything you need to know about NFTs. This is part 3 of a 4-part series, and if you missed parts 1 and 2, you can catch up really quickly by clicking on the links below. In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at the value of NFTs and what they represent as a commodity. It's easy to get NFTs confused with cryptocurrency. In our first video, we looked at this in more detail. But basically, much of the confusion comes from the fact that both use blockchain technology. And while NFTs are secure digital assets because of their use of cryptography, this is because of the need to use blockchain in their creation, not cryptocurrency. In fact, the irony is that many NFTs are bought and sold with cryptocurrencies. But NFTs are not a payment system or alternative to traditional monetary instruments. Now, like traditional money that is traded and speculated on, cryptocurrencies can have their value altered by the same market forces. NFTs, however, work in a far more conventional way. Take, for example, this mug. I got it from a store for $10. Does that mean it's worth $10? It certainly means that I thought it was worth $10, and the store thought it was worth $10, hence why they priced it at that point. It's just a regular transaction, and I'm now free to do what I want with my mug, including selling it. I could sell it as a fixed price, or I could take it to an auction and sell it to the highest bidder. I might sell it for $5 and lose money against my original outlay, or I could sell it for $15 and make a profit. These concepts of buying and selling are all the same with NFTs, but some will cost more than others, and that will come down to scarcity and what other people are willing to pay. Previously, we talked about the popularity of NFTs being used like digital trading cards. They're usually issued at either individual or in virtual packs. They're numbered, and they can be issued in numbers great and small. As with traditional trading cards, this is where perceived value comes into play. If this mug were one of a kind, or one of very few ever made, then it could be seen as reasonable to class it as scarce, or maybe perhaps even rare. A collector of mugs might decide that this mug is worth a considerable amount of money due to the properties that this mug has. And the same is usually the case with trading cards. The smaller the print numbers, the harder it becomes to find and collect that card. And so certain collectors will pay a premium to own it. Car enthusiasts will usually pay more for a collector car that has an early VIN number. First off the production line, it's usually worth more than the 10,000th car off the line. All these examples play into how and why certain NFTs can be perceived to have a high value. But not all NFTs will. Indeed, many NFTs will only ever be worth their face value. So, values can go up and they can go down, or they might be static. NFTs have been very popular with art, but just because someone paid $70 million for a collage by Beeple does not mean that every art-related NFT is worth $70 million. Nor does it mean that if the Beeple NFT is sold on, that it will make a profit for the person who purchases it. That will all depend on the individual and how much they think it's worth. Right now though, I'm gonna go take this mug and get some coffee before the next episode. We'll see you then.